On the 10th of March, the European Commission will release a new EU industrial strategy with the objective of maintaining the bloc's global competitiveness whilst at the same time helping deliver on its ambitious environmental goals. Here are 3 highlights to look out for when the industrial strategy is published. Firstly, the greening of Europe's economy will be centre stage. By supporting the Green Deal's focus on decarbonisation and clean and affordable energy sources, the strategy will aim for a transition at an acceptable cost for both businesses and consumers. Secondly, on the topic of sustainable mobility, we can expect to see initiatives to help the deployment of recharging stations for zero-emission vehicles and the uptake of sustainable fuels for sectors like aviation, known as the Recharge EU and Refuel EU initiatives. Thirdly, we expect a number of measures on digital transformation, notably on next-generation mobile technologies and services beyond 5G towards 6G. In fact, the strategy should cover everything from Internet of Things, robotics, through to digital infrastructure and cybersecurity. But perhaps the most controversial theme across the new industrial strategy is the future of state aid and competition policy. Big member states like France, Germany, Italy and Poland are keen for the strategy to help foster European industrial champions through the loosening of EU state aid rules. This obviously comes in the face of global competition from the likes of China and the US, but also questions about how much state support in Europe is needed for the green transition to become a reality. Changes in state aid rules may not be to the liking of every EU member state, nor indeed the Commission, but clearly the EU will need to carefully balance its role as a driver of sustainable industrial growth on the one hand, and as Europe's competition enforcer on the other. Whilst we still need to see the final form of the strategy, Europe's industrial future is now intrinsically tied to its green ambitions. The success of this strategy will depend on how it galvanises European industry to meet the high demands of the Green Deal, but at the same time remain globally competitive.